Dr. Q, and guess what is the most question I've been asked here at this koi fish show today? And that is about what to feed your fish. So that brings around a really interesting question, which is this. So, how many species of dogs are there? If you guessed one, you were right. And how many species of cats are there? Okay, now if you guessed one, you were right. Now, how many species of fish are there? And the answer would be, dun-dun-dun, if you said 55,000 and counting, that is right. And that's why being a fish veterinarian is so exciting and interesting and amazing. And I'm one of the few fish veterinarians in the world. For those of you that didn't know, I'm the 21st in the world actually certified fish veterinarian. And so I know you guys think all I do is horse training all the time, but before I was doing horse training at the rescue ranch, what I did was a lot of fish medicine and studying about fish and learning about fish. And so that's what makes me Colorado's leading fish doctor, actually just in this whole part of the country, actually. But we want to talk about how to feed these fish, how to keep them healthy. Let's come over here and let's look at what some of these fish look like, and I'll show you how amazing they are and why there are so many people here at this koi show that came out and drove from long distances just to see these amazing, beautiful fish. Now, these koi fish that are going to be here for showing are going to often be fed very differently than our pet fish, right? And our pet fish might also not just be koi. They might be goldfish or mollies or bettas or cichlids or seahorses. So all the other kinds of aquatic animals that we might, oh, look at that cute little one right there, oh my gosh. All of the fish that we might want to keep as pets. But regardless of what pets we have, we need to know what to feed them and what is the best food to feed them. So again, these guys are fed a very specific diet designed for them to get huge so they could come here and compete at these koi shows. So you may not want to feed your fish that way so that they are actually going to be fed for health and longevity and having a good immune system, because as you know, I'm an aquatic veterinarian as well as a holistic veterinarian. And so as a holistic veterinarian, I really believe in feeding your pets more fresh foods in the diet, right? So everything that is going to be amazing for you to eat, bright, fresh vegetables and big colors and all those kinds of things. Believe it or not, that's actually also good for your dogs and yourself and your fish to eat. Maybe even your kitties. I've seen kitties eating cantaloupe. And any kind of real fresh food, especially that's organic, all natural, anything you feel great about eating, that is most of the time going to be really good for your animals too. Of course, it depends on the species, right? So you want to make sure that whatever animal that you're feeding in a diet that is appropriate for it. You don't want to feed a bunch of vegetables to an animal that really needs to have only a carnivorous diet, for example. But if you are feeding koi or goldfish, you definitely can feed them a vegetarian, high antioxidant-rich foods. So how do you do that? Well, one of the ways that you can do that is to make your own food for them, because as we know, anything that comes out of a can or a bag is not maybe going to be as good as something that you make in your own kitchen with love. So what we do at the rescue ranch with all of the rescue animals that we have is we use what we call the fish dish. And what you want to do with this is just a little silicone plate that has a bunch of little squares in it. And we fill these with food that we make for our fish that we have at the pet hospital and at the ranch. And so what we do is we fill these with a combination of three things. So this is where you're going to want to pay attention, okay? So you're going to make this food with 1/3 a legume. So that is going to be like beans or lentils, something along those lines. 1/3 a grain. So that's going to be quinoa, oatmeal, brown rice, something healthy like that. And then the last third is going to be a mixture of antioxidant-rich vegetables. So it's going to be some butternut squash, maybe some beets, peas, some kale, all mixed in to make that third piece. Now, keep in mind, this is the same recipe that I recommend for dogs, and we also make it and feed it to our cats, but we do things a little bit different with the kitties because, again, they are more of a carnivore than some of these other animals. But a dog can eat this diet exclusively, and so can a koi fish. So the easiest way to do this is to use vegetable baby food. So that's what we do. So we fill this thing with mixed vegetable baby food, all organic, of course. Then if we're gonna use brown rice or quinoa, it depends on which fish we're feeding it to, because if it's gonna be like for a little tiny molly, then we might have to actually blend all that food into a blender before we mix it up into our trays. And then keep in mind that most of our fish are gonna be kept in water that's about somewhere around 78 degrees. So if this is a frozen cube of food, when you pop it out of here and throw it down in the tank, it's gonna immediately start melting. So then the fish can come up and kind of suck on it. You could put a little fruit in there. Actually, did you know that pineapple is often something that you cannot use? It's banned in carp fishing tournaments because koi are just a kind of carp, are so excited about pineapple that it's actually banned, so you can't use it. So pineapple's a great thing to feed them, to give them some extra vitamin C and some extra nutrients in there and help their immune system naturally just through what you are feeding them. So if you have questions about this recipe or when we get a copy of it, you can email us at AspenParkVet and we will send it to you. So just email us and we'll send it off to you. And keep in mind, this recipe is gonna work if you're supplemental feeding your dogs, your cats, yourselves, it's good for you too, or if you are feeding your fish. And that's how we feed our fish at Aspen Park Vet Hospital and at the Rescue Ranch. So if you have questions about that, remember, I'm a certified aquatic veterinarian. I'm here for you. And I'm also the life coach for people with pets, which means I'm trying to save you money. I'm trying to make it so you don't have to come and see me, right? That's what's different about me. I'm not trying to convince you that you could only use an aquatic veterinarian. I'm trying to give you the tools so you don't have to use an aquatic veterinarian, except for when you need something serious, like surgery or something like that for your beloved animal friends. So leave your comments down below. Please, please, please subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you right here in another video next time.